How does LuxOS do Autotuner? Well, first off, you have to understand that Bitmain will release a machine with a default frequency and voltage. Autotuner adjusts the frequency and voltage on a per domain basis in order to drop the power consumed while maintaining hash rate and increasing efficiency. Autotuner works on a profile by profile basis. So if you look at your profiles, you'll see that some of them say tuned. This is because Autotuner tunes every profile when it gets to it. Therefore, if you don't use a profile or don't use a profile very often, Autotuner has not had time to work on that profile to develop a good sweet spot. Once the sweet spot is found, Autotuner will return to that spot every time you go to that profile. And you can see here, my default profile is tuned. If I go look at my current voltages, I can see that I am using less voltage than Bitmain is, or Bitmain would be. Like I said before, we adjust on domains. So each one of these being a domain, we'll address each domain individually and try to get the best tune out of each domain that we can. We have some documentation on it. You can take a look here. It talks about all the different ways that Autotuner is used, how it works, so on and so forth. And from the GUI perspective, you can enable Autotuner right here. It is enabled by default. So when you first install LuxOS, you will see that it is enabled. Down here is its status. And you can also do this through Commander. Simply select the machine that you want to use, configure the miner, and then you can set it to enabled or disabled, depending on what your goals are. Autotuner in LuxOS works very well in all temperatures. It takes into account not just frequency and voltage, but also temperature, tune status, and it will occasionally recheck tune status to see if a better frequency and voltage can be reached. When you install LuxOS, I encourage you to use Autotuner, and any feedback that you have, we will also be very happy to hear.